So guys, actually I just came back from Harvey. I did just submit to Google Books and Google Pay, or actually Google Books and Google Play. I sent in or submitted at least almost 10, I'm pretty sure, at or around 10 work papers, and so they're gonna show up on Google Books search and Google search. Pretty sure I was in a week within 7 days. So over the next few days or so, on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure there's 2 to 3 or 4 work papers are gonna show up under my title, author sheet title, Google search and Google Books and Play. So I've submitted, meaning sent in, is online, like standard application, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be published. All of them, all 30 already, have submitted. I'll publish in the next 7 days, and I'm gonna keep submitting. I'm gonna keep submitting more over the next few weeks or so, maybe even further. Maybe even past that. So maybe over the next 2 months on a day. Actually, the video recorded. Actually, I guess it just the app went out. But anyway, my camera went out. But anyway, this is what I was trying to say to you guys. Okay, my work reports and my work papers and the legal article itself and documents and so forth and so on were actually published and stored at script.com and on my Facebook profile. There's the opportunity to be able to save documents and photos and documentation and photos and whatever is extendable, for explaining those particular documents and the work reports and the work papers. The PDF copies of the work papers and work reports and the documentation supporting my investigations, my audits, my prosecutorial work, and everything else, and the judgments I have made in correspondence with CIA and Interpol as a partnership. Okay, guys. So I want you guys to know this. One of my colleagues, one of the Central Intelligence Agency agents, he appears to be a homosexual or bisexual. I'm not too sure, but he did recommend that every once in a while I just communicate to the homosexual community without being a homosexual, without inferring any sort of homosexuality or bisexuality, that it's okay to be a homosexual or bisexual, as I have explained. So don't ask why did he sound like a homosexual in this particular part of this video recorded. I am just showing you guys that I'm a good person. And I'm not going to kiss any man. I'm not going to hug any man in any unusual way. Don't ask for any of that. Okay? I want you guys to be very serious about taking this very seriously, without threatening me or my family members or serving as some sort of detriment to me or my family members or the Central Intelligence Agency and Interpol in doing our job. Okay? So I want you guys to know that. All right? So over the next few weeks or so, I might be able to get to the point of publishing over 200 of my work papers and work reports on Google Play and Google Books. So whenever you do search my name, Shawn Dexter John, at Google's or at google.com or any other search engine, you will be able to find my name and the relevant published work, literary work, or political and legal work. However you want to define it. It's perfectly competent, it's perfectly exceptional, it's perfectly literate to the layperson and the professional alike for the most part. Well, you might need to take your time in reading it and assessing it, but it's very comprehensible. Okay, so on a daily basis, I'm going to submit or send in at least multiple, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 at times if I do have the time or if I don't need rest. I've been working for about 6 months now, 5 to 6 months at this particular point, and on a daily basis, and I haven't taken a day off yet, in all honesty. So I've compiled all of my work, all of my audit reports, the details over the past, compiled over the past, transcribed and memorized over the past. I don't even do a lot of memorizing. Whatever I do publish is based on not just memory. Because when I do memorize stuff, I write it down, I make note of it, I have everything stored, and then I get the job of providing my work reports and transcribing the related material. So I don't want you guys to say that I'm just writing the work reports, in any sort of illusory way. And I certainly don't want you guys believing that I'm minimalistic when it comes to doing any sort of professional job in communicating with intelligence agents or in communicating with just local government workers and this and that. Or just a layperson, just an ordinary folk. And I want you guys to know that Rashida Williams, that is my wife. That's the mother of my daughter. Okay? My earthly daughter, Keisha Williams. And Rashida Williams is not pregnant. She's going to walk into heaven with me in a few weeks. A few weeks, not a few months, not a few years. In a few weeks, you're going to walk into heaven. And no one is going to be standing there trying to prevent that. Okay? No one is going to be standing here on earth trying to prevent us to walk into the coordinates, into the higher dimension where I'm originally from, my parent universe. No one is going to prevent it. My dad has the key. The city of God and angels in the third dimensions is locked out from everyone else in the third dimension other than my family members. And they're not going to prevent me from entering into that dimension with my wife, my heavenly daughter, my most holy daughter turned wife over the past 10,000 years. So actually, she's been my wife consistently on earth, or one of my wives consistently on earth over the past 10,000 years, but she's my most holy daughter in heaven. And because of some of the rules, I had to only choose my most beloved daughter or wife who loved me more than everyone else, and it always is the favorite daughter. And that's the situation with my father. That was the situation with my grandfather, and each god of each respective universe, they always select and end up being the eternal partner, the first gentleman of the first lady of the respective universe, the holy daughter who evolved into becoming chief angel and chief and sole companion on all missions to the universe and beyond. Okay, that's my wife, and she's never been anyone else's wife. I want you guys to get everything else out of your heads. There's no competition over any woman, but whatever woman says a man has to fight over her, she ends up not having a man. That's the reality. That's a secret rule. If a woman says that she's going to fight, if she's going to have men fight over her, she ends up without a man. And if a man says that he has to fight over a woman, or he has to demonstrate that that's his woman, his property, then he's going to end up without no woman. I made sure I sacrificed over the past 12 years to keep all of my daughters with me in heaven, the angels, official angels, 3,000. Okay, they are my daughters who I brought up to my particular, who I kept in the city of God and angels, and I'm going to take to the next level in the city of God and angels of the third dimension. Okay, that's the reality. I've sacrificed over the past 12 years. I haven't had sex. I haven't dated anyone. All I did was work on behalf of humanity and nothing else. I cried about everything I had to cry about. I went through the hell that I went through. All I did was work, and nothing else. Okay? I'm the hardest working being in the universe, not because I ought to be, but because it brings me peace of mind. I'm going to keep my wife with me, for my chief wife with me, my wife, if even to the other angels. I said the only way they're going to be able to stay with me and our children in heaven, my 10,000 children, is to accept that their daughter and niece will be considered the first lady of God for the rest of eternity, so there will be no offense to the rest of the universe. That's how they accept it in heaven. We are dreaming into this world, so the other angels, they don't have any memory of heaven. In heaven, they are infatuated with me. They are crazy over me, and that's why I'm so humble when we are here on earth and waiting for things to transpire the way they do, to be able to get them with me, and we bring our children into this world. I let fate decide, but fate always decides to this particular end. My children are the most ancient of this respective capital of the universe, That's where they are originally from, Earth and its constellation, and 10,000 children. And my wives are over 1 million years old. They're souls. They are from the high universe that rocked with me, creating this particular universe. They are my original daughters. They've been with me for over 1 million years, from animal to human being to blue immortal. And in respecting that, I've always been in the higher dimension, which I kept a secret from them. Okay, so I kept them in our particular universe, in the blue realm, without explaining to them that I'm the only one who actually was born in the higher universe, even though they were eventually birthed into the core of the higher universe, which was taken out and became the core of this particular universe. It's very difficult to explain, but they are over 1 million years old. They're the most ancient souls and beings of this universe, other than myself, who is 500,000 years older than them. Okay, so I'm 1,500,000 years old, and my daughters, including Zoe Saldana, the first female soul and being of this particular universe, she's about 1 million years old. It took a while for my microorganic self in the very beginning to evolve into asexual reproduction. Okay, so my soul eventually